Hey everybody, welcome back. And this has been kind of a weird one today. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the news, but if you didn't know, basically presumed final season of The Witcher has wrapped. Season 3 will probably be the last one due to the writer's strike, the Actors Guild strike. It's sounding more and more like Netflix is just going to go in the direction of saying, well, we just ran out of time. We couldn't get everybody on the same page due to the strike, so we're better off just to end it right here, which is, to be honest, the best way to go. Because due to conflicting opinions about how the direction of the show needed to go, whereas Henry Cavill wanted to keep things more true to the books, and the screenwriters wanted to go way more with a more feminized, more left-wing, if you will, viewpoint of the world and interject that into the show, it basically caused a hostile work environment between Henry Cavill as the lead actor in the show and the showrunners. So, it was definitely one of these things. It was not meant to last. He was supposed to sign on for 7 seasons and ended up only going for 3. Presumably, there's going to be 2 more seasons at least with Liam Hemsworth, but again, I doubt that that's going to continue. I feel like they're just going to use the Writers Guild strike, or the Writers Guild strike, and the Actors Guild strike to say, you know what, we just can't continue. There's just no way we can do this. Whatever. Everyone's noticing that Henry Cavill was basically unceremoniously thrown under the bus in his exit from the show, even though there are people arguing, well, the last few episodes were more canon, at least in line with the book, than they were with what people were expecting, and all of a sudden everyone's complaining because it was boring. It's like, no, there's a way to do things where you can keep with canon and put the important parts in a show or a movie and not have a bunch of filler crap that basically is just mind-numbing. There are ways to do it. Look, with the Lord of the Rings movies, they changed a lot, but the stuff that they kept canon, they didn't twist into a meaning or an interpretation that it didn't actually originate from. Basically, there are ways to stay true to a book or a story and keep it from getting boring in a show. Unfortunately, The Witcher did not manage to do this. It got to be very dry. The last few episodes of season 3 were god-awful, mind-numbingly boring to have to watch. And I do not believe that's because it was canon. I believe it's because there's people in charge of the show who just don't know how to write good content. That's just my personal opinion. So we have this. We have Henry Cavill was, basically driven off of The Witcher. He was fired from his role as Superman, even though he was supposed to be being brought back, and then James Gunn announced that he wasn't going to be coming back because he's too old, and James Gunn wants to move on with a more younger cast, kind of reboot the DECU. Except for Ezra Miller as the Flash, apparently they're sticking with him after all the controversy and scandal he's gone through, which is really strange in my opinion. But then we find out today that Gal Gadot has confirmed that she's returning as Wonder Woman, which is strange because she's only a couple years younger than Henry Cavill. And you would think that with the rebooting of the DECU, with recasting Superman with a much younger actor and trying to start fresh, essentially, this is a very weird decision to make. She said, I love portraying Wonder Woman. It's so close to and dear to my heart. From what I heard from James and from Peter is that we're going to develop a Wonder Woman 3 together. Which, to be fair, most people loved Wonder Woman 1. Wonder Woman 2, Wonder Woman 84, I think it was called, was a massive flop. People hated it due to the overly feminized, feminist, Trumpian, man-hating, TDS suffering direction the movie went. But people love her in the role. I think she's great as Wonder Woman. Like she's great in the role. Everyone loves her. Fantastic. This would probably be a good movie. With James Gunn, he's done pretty well for himself, especially with these like superhero and sci-fi type movies. But it is a very strange thing that after all of this is said and done, there's something that has caused her to retain her role, but Henry Cavill to lose his. Which doesn't seem to make any sense because DC, owned by Warner Brothers, under CEO David Zaslav, has been trying desperately to cut ties with several properties, things that have cost them a lot of money. I mean, hell, they owned the CW, and they had to cut a bunch of funding to different shows and movies, and they scrapped the Batgirl movie that was supposed to have Michael Keaton in it. And then they've just done a lot of other things, like involving CNN Plus and everything else. They are trying to stem the bleeding that Warner Brothers is suffering right now. So the decision to move forward with a Wonder Woman film they must feel confident that this here will actually make them money. Maybe they didn't believe in Henry Cavill as Superman as far as like its profitability. That's possible. It's very possible. I'm not saying that, you know, he's perfect and can't be flawed and that there's no way that, you know, they wouldn't make $1 billion with him as Superman. I don't know. I probably wouldn't go see the movie. And I'm a Henry Cavill fan. But it is weird. I do find it interesting that she is going to be coming back and Henry Cavill is not. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is this something where you think maybe Henry Cavill is just that hard to get along with? You think it's something more personal, more sinister, or just flat out they think that, you know, her movies will make money and his won't? I also did a review of The Witcher on my main channel, so you can go check that out. Make sure you go click on the links down below. Tebow Talk is my main channel, and the link for the channel will be down in the comments. And yeah, let me know what you think about all this. I'm interested to see how this is received. If it does turn out well, I'm sure it'll make a lot of money again, but who knows. Either way, thanks for watching, and we will see you guys on the next one.